you guys this morning?
And we get everything going here. There we go.
All
All
right.
right. So, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Cale. I'm one of the lead organizers for TEDxCoMo. This has been an event long in the making and would not be possible without our other lead organizer.
Hi, I'm Keith Politte. Welcome, everybody. I know you had a lot of other things you could probably be doing today, so we're going to try to keep on time. And what we're going to do is when we see someone coming in and sitting in the very back, we want them to come up front because we are recording this and we will be posting this and sharing this with the world later on. So without further ado, we want to introduce a very special guest to get us started. Mike Matthes is the City Manager of Columbia, and he wants to kind of welcome you here. And we're going to turn it over to you, Mike. Thanks for letting us use your abode here.
Pleasure. Good morning, and thanks for coming. It's my pleasure as city manager. I get to welcome you as a representative of the city government. I take that as a great pleasure for TED in particular. I'm a giant fan of TED. I've been watching it for years, and I'm so pleased to have a role in it. So I'm proud to be your host, if that's technically the right word. Welcome to the City Council Chambers. This event is something I've been looking forward to and will enjoy watching today. So one thing about cities, as I thought about TED, they really grow organically in most cases. Some are planned. In fact, there are cities all over the world that have competitions about how planned they are. I was planned before you were, and more planned than you are. But most cities really are just organic, like Boston. If you've been there, you know that profoundly. There are no 90-degree angles in the city. They're all cow paths that were paved, literally. So as I think about city government and TED, I think about the code that people in my profession live by. We have one. Most people don't know about it. It's not something that gets a lot of press. But cities sometimes have codes, and I don't mean ordinances, but strategic plans. For example, the City of Columbia just finished one. We have 7 areas where we aspire to improve in. And these are things that really inspire us as city government. And I won't go through them all today with you, just to mention that we have one. But then, I thought about going through all of those, but then I really thought, the first city oath, the Athenan Oath, that I've ever found is really the best. I don't think it's been improved. So I just want to read it to you for a second. It's very short. This oath was taken by, in Athens, the 17-year-old men when they were about to engage on their public life. And this is what they swore. We will never bring disgrace on this our city by an act of dishonesty or cowardice. We will fight for the ideals and the sacred things of the city, both alone and with many. We will revere and obey the city's laws and do our best to incite a like reverence and respect to those above us. We will strive increasingly to quicken the public sense of civic duty. Thus, in all these ways, we will transmit this city not only not less, but greater and more beautiful than it was transmitted to us. So fundamentally, let's leave it in better shape than we found it. And I feel like that's a pretty good description of TED. And so there was a real connection for me there. So I, again, have a great joy to welcome you here. We're excited to have you, and I will hand this back to Keith and just say thank you for coming.
Thanks, Mike. So we're going to let you know how we kind of put together the programming for today. And we came up with some themes and some speakers, and Cale's going to kind of start off with how we came up with the themes.
So to start, this event is overall themed the City 2.0. And that came from TED's City 2.0 initiative, which started as a part of the TED Prize. The TED Prize gives a visionary leader an opportunity to dream bigger and grant one bold wish for the world. And so what they're doing is they created an online platform called TheCity2.0, and what they're doing is they're showcasing the stories and collective actions of citizens around the world about what they're doing in their cities. And so they're taking what urban advocates have already been doing for years and then adding grassroots movers and shakers into the mix. And so there's so many areas that they were wanting us to look at. There's housing, education, public space, and play. And so we took all these areas and thought, what is important in Columbia and what we can do in 3 hours. So, you want to talk a little bit about
Sure. So what we did, we spoke with a lot of people out in the community, and we just kept a dialogue going for a couple weeks probably. And what came up was some consistent themes, as well as some consistent speakers that people wanted to hear. That these individuals, their names kept resonating with people. So out of that, we kind of distilled down 3 themes that you were going to hear about this morning, and I'll let Cale actually talk about them or introduce them. But what we're going to do, and that's how we kind of came up with it. Part of our TED license is we have to show a couple of the TED videos, and I assume everyone has actually been to TED.com. If not, you should definitely check it out. It's a wealth of information. So we're going to start off with a video, and this is about open source government. We thought that was an appropriate one to do off the bat, and it actually sets it up for one of our speakers that'll be coming up in a few minutes. So with that, we're going to introduce Beth Novak, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes.